Writing an abstract. In this course, most of the writing, except when designated otherwise, will be written using the style manual of the American Psychological Association, also called APA format. In Canvas, I created a link to the section in the Purdue University Online Writing Lab that focuses in detail on APA format. I encourage you to use this information throughout the course to write your papers. In this video, I will be focusing on writing an abstract for your APA formatted papers. If you haven't written an abstract before, you may initially experience it as somewhat challenging. However, if you follow the material in this video, I hope you will learn the conventions that will make this easier. First, what is the purpose of an abstract? An abstract is the initial part of an APA paper. It comes before the introduction and the body of the paper. Its purpose is to summarize the vital parts of the paper such that if someone were to read the abstract, the individual would know the essence of the content of the paper. In fact, many professionals read the abstract of a paper to determine whether the paper covers the content of what the reader is seeking. In this course, the abstract will function as a summary of the paper. The basics of writing an abstract. 1. An abstract is a paragraph, typically 150 to 250 words, that stands alone from the rest of the paper. 2. It should accurately reflect the key elements of the paper. Since in this course your writing style should be an argument, the abstract of the paper should include the major claims and supporting evidence of the paper along with a very brief sentence of conclusion. 3. It should be written in academic voice, which is a formal way of writing that is objective rather than subjective, which means that it is not conversational in tone, not chatty, and in no way focuses on you or your opinions. 4. It is task-oriented, which means that you do not make an announcement in the abstract about what you are doing in the abstract. For example, you would never write in an abstract a sentence such as, "In this abstract I will summarize," or "My paper was about." I will argue that. This paper will discuss. Don't announce, just jump into the task. 5. Your language should be precise rather than vague or flowery. It is not a form of creative writing or a story. Be concise and clear. 6. The abstract should be written after you have written the paper. In that way, you will have the paper in front of you, and it will be easier for you to pull out the key elements to put into the abstract. So, the abstract should appear before the paper, but should be written after the paper has been completed. Several years ago, I led a group of psychology undergraduate students at Columbia International University in a research project investigating the use of a structured prayer format for helping to reduce anxiety. The structure of the prayer was derived from a form of psychotherapy called rational emotive behavior therapy. What follows in this video are two abstracts, one weak and one far more adequate. After each abstract, you will find an analysis of the strengths and/or weaknesses of the abstract. Let's begin with a weak abstract. This paper explores the use of an RBT-structured prayer incorporating the ABC model to assist individuals dealing with mild to moderate anxiety. The study aims to help individuals shift from experiencing anxiety to concern when faced with perceived threats. The paper discusses the implementation of the prayer technique and its impact on anxiety levels in participants. Analysis of this abstract. This abstract lacks a number of essential elements. 1. The abstract is overly vague and lacks enough detail for a reader of the abstract to understand what the paper would be about, that is, what was done in the research, how it was analyzed, and the outcome or conclusion about the effectiveness or lack of effectiveness of the prayer to reduce anxiety. 2. There is no logical order to the points in the abstract. 3. The voice of the abstract is overly conversational and informal rather than being formal and objective. 4. While the abstract is concise, it is overly concise and underdeveloped, which makes it ineffective in relaying the essence of the paper. 5. It doesn't discuss the significance of the study, who the research subjects were, why that group was selected to study, etc. In summary, this week's abstract lacks clarity, structure, specificity, and academic rigor needed to represent the content of the research paper effectively. Now let's cover a much stronger abstract. This research investigates the efficacy of an RBT-structured prayer integrating the ABC model in alleviating mild to moderate anxiety by facilitating a shift from anxiety to concern when confronting potential threats. Utilizing a quasi-experimental design with pre- and post-test measurements, 100 participants diagnosed with mild to moderate anxiety disorders were randomly assigned to experimental and control groups. The experimental group received 6 weeks of intervention, demonstrating a significant reduction in anxiety levels compared to the control group, as evidenced by pre- and post-test assessments using standardized anxiety scales. P less than 0.001. Findings suggest that integrating RBT principles into prayer interventions can effectively modulate individuals' emotional responses to perceived threats, thereby offering promising implications for anxiety management strategies. Analysis of the abstract. 1. While concisely presenting the essential elements of the research paper, it is developed and provides enough detail that the reader has a very good sense of what is in the paper, that is to say, the research method, the audience, results of the statistical analysis, and the outcomes of the study and how the results could be of interest. 2. The abstract is structured well and can be followed easily. 3. The abstract is clearly informal, precise academic voice and is in no way conversational, chatty, or makes reference to the writer. No subjective statements were made. In conclusion, this abstract provides a comprehensive overview of the study, meeting the standards of an effective APA format abstract by encompassing clarity, structure, specificity, academic rigor, and relevance. If you're encountering challenges while writing an abstract, seeking assistance is very important. I highly recommend that early in the course you contact the Student Success Center located on the 2nd floor of the university library. Not only can the center help you with writing an abstract, but assist you with writing an APA format paper, address problems of grammar, punctuation, spelling, sentence variety, and more. If you do not live near the university, you can call the center and have an online appointment. Hang in there. While writing a good abstract can be challenging, with some effort it can become second nature, and you will be able to do it efficiently and accurately. All the best.